In our timeline, Europe united under a single currency. But what if the euro never happened? In 1999, multiple national currencies still existed, each with its own identity and power. But imagine the talks collapse, political disagreements rise, the common currency project fails. Europe enters 1999 with uncertainty and a divided monetary future. Germany quickly realizes its Deutschmark becomes Europe's strongest anchor. France, meanwhile, sees inflation pressure returning without euro stabilization. Italy struggles the most. Its lira fluctuates daily, making prices unpredictable. And the UK? It embraces the situation, proudly keeping the pound as a symbol of independence. Across Europe, ATM systems become more complicated, adapting to multi-currency transactions. Travelers face constant exchange calculations. Tourism becomes more fragmented. Historians later call the early 2000s a quiet 2000s currency war. Germany's markets surge. Its financial sector becomes even more dominant. France feels pressure. It must align more closely with Germany or risk falling behind. Italian industry struggles under unstable import costs. And in London, the banks boom. The pound becomes Europe's safe alternative. By 2002, Europe is economically divided, each nation pulling a different direction. And this divergence sets the stage for a bigger crisis, one Europe never saw coming. In the early 2000s, headlines warn of trouble. Europe is drifting apart financially. Germany realizes even its strong Deutschmark can't stabilize a fragmented continent. France faces rising inflation, and public frustration begins to grow. In Italy, the unstable lira hits families hardest. Groceries change price every week. Across Europe, citizens feel the pressure. Economic inequality grows. By 2004, new currency blocs emerge, many alliances competing for influence. The European Union struggles to coordinate. Cooperation weakens. In contrast, London's financial sector thrives. Its stability draws foreign capital. The United States steps in, concerned that instability in Europe threatens global markets. Financial analysts call the situation a currency tug-of-war, with no clear winner. In private, leaders admit the truth. They need cooperation, but can't agree on how. France's debt rises faster than expected. Its economy becomes increasingly vulnerable. In Italy, factories begin shutting down. The lira's fluctuations prove devastating. In London, the pound becomes the region's unofficial reserve currency. Wealth begins shifting north and west, toward stronger, more stable economies. Germany's influence grows dramatically. It becomes the financial center of Europe. And by 2005, Europe is on the verge of a full financial fracture. In 2005, people across Europe begin withdrawing cash. Fear spreads of a banking collapse. Even Germany feels the tremors. Its once stable Deutschmark begins showing cracks. France issues an emergency warning. The franc cannot withstand another year of inflation. In Italy, protests erupt. The lira crisis becomes a national emergency. But the UK remains steady. The pound grows so strong that businesses flock to London. This wealth migration accelerates Europe's fragmentation. The EU attempts a rescue plan, but divisions run too deep. Europe's currencies grind against each other. Each policy change sparks another chain reaction. By 2007, economic pain hits every corner of the continent. The UK announces a major financial initiative, positioning itself as Europe's stable anchor. travel and trade become more expensive and complicated than ever before. The economic gap widens. Europe becomes two separate financial worlds. And then 2008 hits. The global financial crisis devastates a Europe already split. For the first time, leaders consider what they once dismissed: a unified rescue currency. They propose a new idea, not the euro as we know it, but something entirely different. In this alternate timeline, Europe never found unity in 1999. But perhaps, in crisis, it discovers a new beginning. Want more alternate history? Subscribe for weekly 2D documentaries.